I got it! When I first heard about Dave being trapped in a maze...
1, 2, 3, 4!
I built a labyrinth. Can you believe it?
Dave is trapped in a cardboard maze in his living room and he can't get out.
Welcome to Dave Made a Minute, the podcast where a whole bunch of us are exploring the film Dave Made a Maze 1 minute at a time. The twist. Many of the participants have never seen the film. Some don't even know what film they're sampling. They get their minutes and they tackle them as they see fit. Here's your host from the Groundhog Day Project and Michael Myers Minute, Robert Black.
Minute 54, there's a maze inside the maze.
Little continuity nitpick. They are outside the maze Dave built, or should be. Minute 44, they emerged into the apartment only to find that the maze had taken it over. They have not gone back inside, but Dave knows what room Gordon is entering. Two things come to mind. One, I think it was Alan and Walt of the Wilder Ride who theorized back in minute 42 that maybe Annie and Gordon used to be a thing. Maybe Dave freaks out at Gordon here because Gordon is entering what would be Annie's and Dave's bedroom. Or two, Dave knows damn well that they never left the maze proper. The maze isn't expanding into the apartment and he is just toying with a lot of them.
Anyway, to tackle minute 54, we have Luke Allen of Please Be Seated.
You come home, there's a giant maze in your living room. You're like, what the... There's a giant maze in my living room. I've heard of people rearranging the furniture, but this is wackadoodle crazy. Give me a sense of that.
This doesn't make any sense.
Is that a problem? There's a promise to my segment. But solutions to problem.
It's like a fucking cocktail party in here.
If I get a few words from you before you go.
It's the sequel that no one asked for. No, it's not Cruel Intentions 2. No, it's not National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure. No, it's... Oh, I've run out. It's me. And I'm back. Hello. I'm here to talk about Dave Made a Maze. One of the minutes. 50-something. Is it like 54? And in it, essentially, Dave makes a maze inside the maze that he made. Which is a really good tongue twister. If you try and say that 5 times... Dave made a maze, the maze that he made. Dave made a maze. 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 It's a maze. It's a lot easier. Never mind. I've tried to make many takes of this because I'm getting really confused as to what to say and what to do. I was supposed to have a co-host for this, but near enough everyone sort of had other things to do and all that. So it's just left me.
And now I'm all alone again, nowhere to turn, no one to go to. Without a home, without a friend, without a face to say hello to. And now the night is near, now I can make believe he's here.
Oh, conversation starter right here. Maybe Dave didn't make an actual maze, but he built up a maze of thoughts in his head, trapped himself in his own mind, and now he needs help to get free. This is the level of theories about a film that none of us have seen. But maybe it's a metaphor for like a mind palace, like Sherlock, like some real Stephen Moffat stuff. That's supposed to be a Stephen Moffat voice, but I've lost it completely. I used to do an okay one, but I'm no good at it anymore. I'm Stephen Moffat. No, I can't do it. Now I'm just... Dave made a maze inside a maze that he made. Dave made a maze inside a maze that he made. Dave made a maze. Dave made a maze. Dave made a maze inside the maze that he made. Dave makes a maze. You know, I'm actually normally reasonably prepared for a show. I had notes. I had preparation. I thought I had a co-host. I thought it was going to be great, exciting, and fun. And then I forgot about this. And then I suddenly remembered, oh heck, it's this week. And now I'm... Never mind, that's not it. I looked it up. But yeah, Dave made a maze, and the maze that he made was amazing. It looks... Is it all a maze in his house? Like, well, where is this maze? Like, where's the maze go? How big's the maze? How long does Dave spend making the maze? Dave made the maze. People also search for Poltergeist, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and the Amityville Horror. I wonder if they can make a Dave Made a Maze musical. I don't think I can, because I've been listening to a lot of musicals recently. I didn't think I was going to be a musical guy, and there are several that I don't like, but I've been really getting into Les Miserables, and I went to see Heathers on the West End. But I recently just got into the Catch Me If You Can musical because I'm fascinated in the story of Pontavinaire. And I just love hearing the songs and stuff and that. Maybe they can make a musical out of this. Quite good, maybe. We talk about pizza in this minute. Pizza's good. I don't know if it's a pivotal part of the film. If it's an ongoing joke, whether it would work as an ongoing joke. That's what interests me on how long Dave spent on the maze. I don't think they say. If they say it in my minute and I've just completely forgotten, I will look like an absolute fool. And so I apologise for that in advance. All of these, like this one and the last one of these, I feel like I'm talking rubbish and I don't think it's any good. But I don't like having just gone on for 7 minutes. I feel like I should be talking for longer, but I don't feel like there's much more to be said. Except maybe we're all in a maze of our own inner thoughts. Maybe we're all in an eternal sunshine of the spotless mind.
How happy is the blameless vessel's lot? The world forgetting by the world forgot. Eternal sunshine of a spotless mind. Each prayer accepted, and each wish resigned.
Which is a really great movie. It's one of my favourites. I might just watch that. Brilliantly directed. I love sort of psychological thrillers. It's quite interesting. But yeah, I like the idea of that sort of theory, that sort of metaphor. I don't know if there are a lot of fan theories out there about Dave Made a Maze. I'm gonna follow them on Facebook. They have a Facebook. Of course they do, and they're verified as well. So that must mean it looks like a great film. And Arrow are releasing it on Blu-ray in the UK for $27.99 or whatever it was, which is way too much. What's that in dollars? I don't know how much you would normally pay for a DVD in the States or a Blu-ray, but $27.99 in US dollars. That's $35.08, which, that's too much, isn't it? What's your average Blu-ray price? US. You're $25.99 for the Blu-rays. That's not a significant difference, $10 or how much, but it's an awful lot, really. I don't know. I'd love to see this movie when it comes out. It's way too expensive. But the Arrow Blu-rays are great. They released Heathers on Blu-ray at $14.99. It's the sort of price I pay for Blu-ray. You get yourself over to Dave Made a Maze. And you're looking at... Oh, it's $14.99. Since when is it $14.99? It's reduced. It's gone down considerably. I apologise for my complaints. $14.99. I'll make good note of that. That's a good price. Well, that surely has made this podcast worthwhile. Thank you very much for listening. You can find me on Twitter at llama_bottle0. You can find me on my podcast Twitter, Please Be Tweeted. On Facebook, Please Be Seated Podcast, or just Please Be Seated. You can listen to it on many platforms where I am more interested in this. But let's leave this podcast on one final thought. Maybe Dave didn't make an actual maze. Maybe he built up a maze of thoughts in his head, trapping himself in his own mind, and now he needs help to get free. And of course Dave made a maze inside the maze. Thank you very much for listening. I'm sure your regular scheduled programming will resume in the near future. Cheerio.
And then I could probably disarm all the traps, and then we can finish this maze. Who is with me?
That was Luke Allen of Please Be Seated, taking on minute 54 of Dave Made a Maze. I'm not sure if he will want to come back. Next time, on Dave Made a Minute, we've got Liz Whitaker of Mean Girls Minute and Allison Grimm of Potent Potables taking on minute 55.
Thank you for listening to Dave Made a Minute. Intro dialogue snippets were taken from Dave Made a Maze, directed by Bill Watterson, written by Bill Watterson and Steve Sears, and produced by John Charles Meyer. Intro music is Diversion by The Equals, featured in the film Dave Made a Maze, and Life Cycle of a Match by Parvis Decree. Outro music is Leaving This God-Forsaken Place and Her Presence is Strong Here by Parvis Decree. Dave Made a Minute is a production of Lemming Drop Studio and all other featured podcast producers. You can find more content at lemmingdrops.com. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Dave Made a Minute. If you like what you hear, throw us a rating and review on your podcatcher of choice, and check out all of the participants' other shows to spread the love around. Again, thank you for listening.
As long as we're all working together, this is going to be fine. It's going to be great.
I need you to notify the families of everyone who died here today.
Totally. Wait, what?